तेरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनन जना। यमुना तेरा वनचारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा नील माधव, राधा नील माधव, राधा नील माधव श्री राधे। जय जय गौरनिताय श्री श्री गौरनिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमदभय चन्नारविंद भक्त वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री गुरु और गौरांग की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत पुराण की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtikim Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. इति ते भिहितं तात यथेदम् अनुपृच्छसि नान्यद्भगवतः किञ्चित् भाव्यं सदसदात्मकम् इति ते भिहितं तात यथेदम् अनुपृच्छसि नान्यद्भगवतः किञ्चित् भाव्यं सदसदात्मकम् इति ते भिहितं तात यथेदम् अनुपृच्छसि नान्यद्भगवतः किञ्चित् भाव्यं सदसदात्मकम् इति does pay unto you abhihitam explained tata my dear son yatha as idam all these anuprachasi as you have inquired na never anyat anything else bhagavatah beyond the personality of godhead kinchit nothing bhavyam to be thought ever sat cause asat effect atmakam in the matter of translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki. My dear son, whatever you have inquired from me, I have thus explained unto you. And you must know for certain that whatever there is, either as cause or as effect, both in the material and the spiritual worlds, is dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The complete cosmic situation, both in the material and the spiritual manifestations of the energies of the Lord, is working and moving first as cause and then as the effect. Jai Shri Shri Radha Nilmadha Bhagwan ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki. But the original cause is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Effects of the original cause become the cause of other effects, and thus everything, either permanent or temporary, is working as cause and effect. And because the Lord is the primeval cause of all persons and all energies, he is called the cause of all causes, as confirmed in Brahma Samhita as well as in the Bhagavad Gita. Brahma Samhita, first shloka in the fifth chapter, affirms Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. And in the Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, 8th shloka, it is said, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitah. So the original primeval cause is Vigraha, the personal, and the impersonal spiritual effulgence, Brahma Jyoti, is also an effect of the Supreme Brahman. Brahmanopi, Brahmanohi Pratisthaham, Lord Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namavom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. With the blessings of their Lordship Shri Shri Radha Nilamadhav, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai, Shri Lakshmana Simadev, and all the acharyas in the parampara, and Srila Prabhupada, and all the assembled Krishna, and all the devotees. I would like to seek blessings, and I would like to speak on this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam for my own purification and enlightenment, and also to glorify Lord and benefit the entire, just by glorifying the Lord, the entire ether is also purified and all our minds are cleansed. So, for the benefit of everyone, we will welcome all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. I would like to just give a summary of the entire question and answer that had happened in the past. And then we'll discuss a little more on today's shloka also. If you all remember the 6 questions which Narada Muni had asked in the past. He had asked Brahmaji. He went and saw that Brahmaji is, it is looking like only Brahmaji is there who is creating everything. Only Brahmaji is maintaining, because only he was visible and nobody else was visible. So Narada Muni thought, Obviously, only he must be there. I don't see anybody else. So, can you tell me who are all there behind you? That was the questions which he asked, and he framed it so analytically. It is very nice to see. If you all have fifth, those who have, you can also refer in second shloka of fifth chapter, previous chapter. He had asked six questions. First, he asked, "What is the yad rupam?" He asked, "What is the rupam of this entire universe? How is the what are the symptoms, characteristics of this manifested creation?" This is the first shloka, yad rupam. And second question he asks, yad adhishthanam. What is the shelter this entire creation is dependent on? Where is it resting? On whom is it taking shelter? That is the second question. And third question he asks, yatas srishtam. How is it being created? So every time, as soon as you see any object, it has its manufacturing date and it also has its expiry date. So now he is asking, this universe, it looks like it has got created at some point of time. So how is it created? Yatas srishtam. Yat samstam. And then finally where it goes after it is being destroyed. So this yat samstam. And then yat param. And then who is supreme? What is supreme? Or what it is dependent on? Yat param. That is that. And last question is yatcha. Yatcha means what are the constituents of this entire universe? So he has framed all the questions which normally a person gets about creation. Everything is actually contained in these six questions. If you just understand this fifth chapter and sixth chapter of Bhagavatam, most of the problems and most of the questions which people have, everything is solved. And Brahmaji is answering each one of these questions in various step by step. So yad rupam, yad adhishtanam, yat srishtam, yat samstam, yat param, and yatcha. And now in the sixth chapter, okay, I'll just give a few answers also. What is the rupam of this entire world? Yad rupam. That was asked. So he's saying five things actually constitute this entire manifested world. It says first is dravya. Everything we see, some things are there made of matter. Like this, different things are there which we are seeing. That is all called dravya. So first thing that we see in this world is dravya. Dravya means matter, like this. And then another thing that we see is jiva, who is animating all. Now let's say this matter is there, clock. Now, how is it? Somebody has manufactured it. So that means some living entity is there behind this clock, who has designed it, who has manufactured. That means there is something separate than the matter, that is jiva, which is spirit. And also, each jiva has their own swabhava. Swabhava means the nature, characteristics. And also, there is now why a particular living entity is getting this body, why a particular living entity is suffering or undergoing distress. That is because of the karma. And also, another thing is kala, who is driving everything else in this creation, that is karma. That is kala. So, like this, five aspects is made of in this entire world. That is called yadrupam. And then next questions which was asked is yad adhishthanam. What is it dependent on? What is the shelter of everything? So there he says there is very wonderful shloka which was also discussed earlier. Narayana Paraveda, Narayana Paramukha. Like this, there was a shloka. In that shloka, it is said, ultimately, what is the shelter of everything? That is Narayana, like that. He is the ultimate Veda, Devata, Loka, Makha, Yoga, Tapa, Jnana, and Gati. Shelter means what? Usually, now, what we are resting on is what? The floor of the earth. Right? Now, we are also taking shelter of something. Now, let's say, suppose somebody is facing some difficult situation in their life. Where do they go to take shelter? Usually, those are not devotees in Krishna consciousness. Suppose if they're experiencing any difficulty, where do they go to take shelter? Huh? Astrologer. They go to Navagraha Shanti so that their Rahu, Ketu, and all Shani, they subside.
So that's where that means what they're taking shelter. And some people, those are little more knowledgeable, they take shelter in Shastras. And sometimes those who have bhakti, they take shelter directly in Narayana. But those who are not directly taking shelter in Narayana, they take a shelter of other things. Jnana, Tapa, Veda, like this different things. But ultimately, the ultimate shelter is the Supreme Lord. And that's why he is Yat Param also. So Yat Rupam, Yat Adhishtanam, Yat Param. These three things are discussed. And then finally, Yat Srishtam. Two kinds of creation that was discussed. Karana Srishti and Karya Srishti. These two creations were discussed. And after that, Yat Cha, Yat Samstam. Yat Samstam also, where it is ultimately resting. That is, ultimately it goes back to Brahman, and then that is ultimately rested in the Supreme Lord only. So like that, that is also explained. And Yacha. Yacha means what is its composition? And now ultimately, the constituents of this entire universe is made of various elements. What all, if you all can remember, you all can tell what all this entire universe is made of. Okay, three modes. Others, please also, others also, please say. Whatever you have heard so many days, so much of Bhagavatam we have heard. Please say. What is this entire universe made of? Wait. Yes, yes. Where are you really? Huh? Ah, very good. This entire universe is made of 5 elements. What else? What else? What else we see in this universe? What it is made of? Huh? 5 elements done. Next. Ah, Ahankara. It is 10. What else? Very good. Devatas. 10 Devatas. Now, anything that we are seeing, we are operating in this world. Actually, we think that I am operating. If I ask somebody to remove this kartal from here, and then we remove it and keep it, and then if we are asked who kept the kartal, what do we say? I kept. And I means who is that I? Ah, hand. My hand kept kartal. Okay. Well, now actually, if you see who actually kept the kartal, who are all involved in this action? Huh? Mind direct. ಆಯ್ತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ? If suppose if I ask now Devraj Prabhu, I ask to keep kartal, he kept. Then who are all there in this? Very good. Senses. That is called as karana. Karana. Andre instruments. Our senses, whether it is hand or whether any of the gnanendriya or panchendriya, our karmendriyas, they're all karana. Amele, what else is involved? Huh? Very good. Indra Devata is involved. Why Indra Devata? He is the in charge of the hands. So he is the one who is giving energy to the hands. So who is moving? We are able to move it only because Indra Deva is giving permission. We have now then if suppose Devraj Prabhu drops Kartal, then whom we blame? Huh? Devarajendra. whom we do blame? Do we blame the hand? Whom we do blame? Huh? Indradeva only, Hana? Or Devaraj Prabhu? Now, Devraj Prabhu is the what is Devraj Prabhu's role in this? Huh? Nee. Now who can tell what is Devraj Prabhu's role in this entire thing? Ah, that is the only thing. Because he desired to do, he becomes responsible. So in this world, we are not, we think I'm acting. That's why Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita. Prakrite kriyamanani bhunkte, prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. So the living entities, he has this ahankara that I am the doer, because of which he gets bound. That's why he is responsible for either the benefit or the bad effect of doing that action. If he understands that actually I'm not doing it. My senses are doing, demigods involved, they are doing, and the material energy is doing it. If one is able to realize this, then he gets liberated. That's how the entire universe, it is made of many elements. It includes five Pancha Mahabhutas, and it includes three subtle, what are they? Mind, intelligence, ego, and what else? Senses, 10 senses, and then the sense objects, five sense objects, and also uh, Kala is there, karma, like not karma, and the individual soul, all that included, it becomes 24, 25, like that. So this is the entire constituents of the universe. Now, one more thing that in when Yacha is explained, Brahmaji is saying there are two kinds of causes. One is the material cause, while another is the instrument cause. And then there is efficient cause, that is Nimitta Karan. Now I'll tell you Sanskrit words, and also I will tell what is the English. Now material cause means, for example, last time also we had discussed once. I will just repeat it. Now let's say if there is a pot. Now what is the now to for the creation of pot? Can you tell me what is the cause behind the pot? If suppose somebody asks, what is the cause behind this pot? Huh? Earth, है mud, earth, mud. Now that is one cause. That is called as material cause, the matter. Okay. What else can be other causes? How pot has come? How did pot come? What else? Huh? Panchabhamata is matter only, na? Mud, water, fire, all that is. Then what else? Huh? Somebody is there. Somebody is there who is making the pot. He's called as Nimitta Karana. That is also called as efficient cause in English. Now, what else is there? Something else also? Just the person is there and mud is there. Will the pot come? Subtle cause. Okay, what else? Subtle cause? Mind is involved already in the nimitta, efficient cause. What else is involved? Wheel, machinery, wheel, stick, all that is involved. So that is called as sahakari karana. That is called, so three karana, instrumental. So like this, in the previous shlokas, 1 to 17, this was discussed. How Lord is the material cause, upadana karana, and how Lord is also nimitta karana, efficient cause. That means he is the one who is giving material, and he is the one who is also involved in doing it. Then we may ask, what is Brahma doing? If Lord is the one who is giving, and Lord is the one who is also doing also, that means what is Brahmaji doing? Then in one of the shlokas he says, I am actually recreating what is Lord has already created. I am only secondary creator. That means he is so honestly saying that I am not a primary creator. I am actually only a secondary creator. Like this, Brahmaji also explained. And now, in this last 33rd shloka, he is saying, now I have answered all your questions. Yetete abhitam, he is saying. And then he is saying, whatever you have asked, anupruchasi, yatha idam. I have answered everything to you now, whatever you have asked. And now he is giving a final conclusion. Conclusion is what? Nanyat bhagavata kinchit. Apart from the Supreme Lord, there is nothing else in this world. Apart from Lord, only Lord is existing and nothing else exists. Nanyat bhagavata kinchit bhavyam sadasad atmakam. He is the cause and he is also the effect only. He is the cause and whatever has come out, that is also Supreme Lord only. That means Lord alone is existing in the past. Lord alone is existing after the creation. Lord is alone existing even after the destruction. Now this comes to even one more shloka, which Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. There, Lord again repeats the same thing to Brahma. So, if all of you have Bhagavatam, if you want, you can recite this shloka which I am going to recite. 2933. This is 2633. That is 2933. So, both have a very similar connection. Now you can remember this shloka and which I'm going to recite. You need to tell me what is common in the both. Okay? Please remember this shloka and the shloka which I'm going to recite now. Aham eva samevagre nanyad sadasat param paschadaham yadetacha yo avashishyeta sosmyaham. Okay. Anybody can tell what is the similarity in this and wait. Anybody else wants to tell? What is the similarity between this shloka and other previous shloka? Two 933 and 2633. Even words are common. Yes? Anybody else? Huh? Yes. Okay. Nanyad also. Nanyad. And Bhagavataha. Okay. Aham is Bhagavataha. In this, it is Bhagavataha. There it is Aham. And then what? Param is there? In this Param is not there in this. Okay. But okay. Okay, what Bregaram Guru told? Sadasadatmakam. That is so profoundly clear. Sadasadatmakam. He's saying that Supreme Lord is the cause and he's the effect also. And that's what the Lord, this is the first shloka when Brahmaji took darshan of Lord Vishnu. Because he had done tapasya. After he had done tapasya, as soon as Lord appeared, there was a very good conversation. And in that he has explained the four shlokas. And the first shloka is this. He's saying, Aham eva sameva agre. Agre means in the beginning of the creation. I alone existed and nobody existed. That means even before Brahmaji also, we hear that Brahmaji, when he took birth, only he existed. But who created Brahma? So that even before Brahma's birth, Lord Supreme, Jai Shri Radha Nil Madhav Bhagwan ki Jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So only Supreme Lord existed. And after creation, who existed? Nanyat Yadasat Sadasat Param. He's saying, even after creation, only I exist. Now you may think I am also there after creation. We are also there, isn't it? Now, this is after creation. But Lord is saying, I alone exist even now. That means what? Whatever is there, everything is Lord's energy only. That's why he's saying Sat, Asat. Even before creation, only Lord existed. Even after creation, only Lord is existing. And in terms of cause and effect. Cause and effect means what? That which he is the cause behind the creation. And even after the creation that has manifested, the effect is also Supreme Lord only. And Paschadaham Yadetacha. Even after the creation has got destroyed, only that Supreme Lord will remain. How? Yovashishyeta sosmyaham. Like this entire very wonderful shloka. But it is too philosophical. Many times it may be a little difficult to understand. But this is the meaning that the Supreme Lord is saying. Now, this is what Brahmaji spoke and the Supreme Lord spoke in this conversation. Now, a devotee, many times we may think, oh, is it that if I'm practicing devotee, this too much philosophical discussion, I don't need. I can just do service and I can just do everything else, no problem. I don't need to understand all this philosophy. But we'll see, even Gajendra, he was an animal. And if you see the first prayer which Gajendra is offering to the Lord, he's on similar shloka. So we'll recite that shloka also. You all can take shloka number 8315. See, if you understand this shloka, how much philosophical Gajendra is offering prayer? 8315. Okay. Yes. Namo namaste akhila karanaya nishkaranaya adbhuta karanaya sarvagamamnaya maharnavaya namopavargaya parayanaya. So he is saying Namo Namaste. His Gajendra, this is the time of his most excruciating pain that he has had because of being in the clutches of a crocodile. And in that earnestness, helpless state, he is calling the Supreme Lord and he's offering these wonderful prayers. And he's taking one lotus flower from the lotus from the pond and he's offering the Supreme Lord. And he's saying, please come, O Supreme Lord. Who is the, what is the nature of that Supreme Lord? Who is Akhila Karanaya? Akhila Karanaya. Brahmaji also made another prayer, which is going to be which is very similar. Can anybody say? Which is already Prabhupada has mentioned in the purport. Yes. Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindaha Sarva Karana Karanam Akhila Karanaya. And Brahmaji is saying Sarva Karana Karanam. So he's saying that Supreme Lord is the cause of all, everything. And now people may ask, now if Supreme Lord is the cause behind everything, what is the cause behind the Supreme Lord? People ask, okay, Supreme Lord has created all of us. He has created this entire universe. He has created all different material objects. Then who has created that Supreme Lord? This is the question which many of the people ask. Now, we might not have seen anything in this world according to our perception, anything that has not been created. For everything we see, there has been some creation date and some destruction date, some manufacturing date and some expiry date. Now, it is beyond our perception to understand, is there anything that is which has not been created? That is beyond our purview of perception. If we will be able to understand this with one simple analogy, if you all can remember, let's say we are traveling in a train and this train has 10 bogies. And the last bogie, 10th bogie, it is being pulled by 10th bogie is pulled by which bogie? 9th bogie. 9th bogie is pulled by which bogie? 8th bogie. 8th is pulled by 7th. 7th is pulled by 6. 6 by 5. 5 by 4 by 3 by 2 by 1 by engine by engine is being pulled by which bogie? Now, if our engine, the power is inside only. Engine doesn't need any extraneous power. It is there inside. So, for every bogie, some other bogie is pulling. But engine is not being pulled by any bogie. Engine itself is pulling all other bogies. That's why it is called Nishkaranaya. This Supreme Lord doesn't have any other Karana. He himself is the Karana for everyone else. That's why he's called as Adbhuta Karanaya. He is the wonderful cause behind everything else, but he himself doesn't have any other cause. And what about the literature? Sarvagamamnaya Maharnavaya. Sarva Agama. Agama Shastras. Agama Shastras are what? Agama Shastras means Pancharatras, Vaishnava Shastras. They are called Agama Shastras. Amnaya Shastras are Vedas, Upanishads. So they are all Amnaya. And he is the ocean, Maharnavaya. That Supreme Lord is the ocean of such knowledge and he is giving it in parampara. That means he is the cause behind that knowledge also and the beginning of that parampara from which the knowledge is coming. Namo Apavargaya. And he is the one who is beyond this creation. And who is the one? That's why he can only liberate everyone else who are within Pavarga. That's why he's called as Parayanaya. And he can make everyone else cross this entire creation. So this is what we have. Lord is saying, Gajendra is saying, he is the Akila Karana. But he doesn't have any Karana, Nishkarana. But he is a wonderful cause. He is Adbhuta Karana, and he is the cause of the knowledge, oceanic. And also he is the cause behind the Parampara, and he is the cause behind the liberation, Apavargaya, and Parayanaya. And he is the shelter also for all different types of transcendentalists. Who are different transcendentalists? Jnanis, yogis, and bhaktas. For everyone, he is the one who is the shelter giving. So, like this, throughout Bhagavatam, we only hear this, that Supreme Lord is the one who is manifesting. He is the cause behind everything else. Like this, there are so many. And I think we are almost 9 o'clock. We have. If I take, I think it will again go ahead. So we are very fortunate that we are able to understand this philosophy. And Brahmaji, whatever he has realized, he is giving it to all of us. With because we ourselves will not be able to understand the deeper spiritual truths without with our own endeavor. We need the knowledge has to be received in parampara. And Brahmaji is mercifully, whatever realizations that he has had, he is relating it to all of us. So we should be so much grateful that we are receiving this knowledge through the medium of through the chain of Guru Parampara. And if at all we can read and understand it, that much only. And we will not be able to understand it fully, but if we can be in the mood of always trying to understand and seek prayers, then at one point of time the Lord may reveal. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Grantara